everyone, this microphone is super sensitive. So if you guys talk, even back there, like, you got to be careful. It's going to be on the air. That's what I get always when we do Radio Venice. Ray from Australia, shush them, and there's a huge party in my kitchen, right?
Try shushing Tonan.
That's why it's for sure it's Tonan.
Hey,
It's 4 o'clock.
we are on
Are we
the
on the air?
crack of 4 o'clock, 7-hour time.
All right? Are you guys ready?
Is he announcing?
So I'm going to lay this headphone here for you when you guys communicate later, so you can take it, right? Just to communicate with them. I'm going to give this to Suzy here. And you guys ready? And Suzy, don't forget, if you sing, especially quiet, you need to come a little closer.
Okay.
But in case that makes you more comfortable, how about these?
That might be just the thing.
Oh, come on, that's rock and roll.
Okay, there I go. That's probably just what I needed.
It's pretty glam, Michael.
Right?
Michael saved the day.
He did.
Are you guys
Michael
ready?
saved the day.
Are you
Okay.
guys ready?
Everybody ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? I think we're ready.
How
Are
is
you guys-
everybody? Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Dean.
We're gonna admit the waiting room in. They're walking in. They're inhabiting our rectangle.
Okay.
And as soon as everybody's here, we're gonna get going here. Yes. Yes. I see a few friends already. Connecting to audio. And slowly coming in here. And while they are, I'm gonna do this.
Wow, 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 wow,
Wow,
wow,
wow,
wow, wow. Okay, that's our test pattern.
Test pattern, yeah. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It's our
Okay.
test pattern.
Everybody, this is a candle, and I will sing for there to be no war in this world. If I stood out in the rain night, my only light, a candle 1,000,000 miles away, would you lay down your fire as I raised mine? Would you not kill again? And oh, when you're near me, oh my love, oh my joy, there's nothing ever to weary me, oh my darling one. Welcome everybody. We open
Wow.
with a song by
Dean,
Cindy
thank
Kelly.
you.
And we
Is that
welcome
your song, Dean?
Suzy. Let me introduce. That song is by Cindy Callett.
Oh, yes.
And we welcome you to Winter Fridays. It's almost not winter anymore, and we rejoice in that. And, we have one more Winter Friday to tell you about next Friday, and that is the amazing Maura Smiley will be with us. And after that, we're going to take a little break. Actually, we do have one other Friday, and it's April Fool's Day, and we have comedic songwriter and raconteur extraordinaire Don White joining us on April 1st. And you don't want to miss it because Community Church of Boston is the sponsor of this event. And we have decided that April Fools is our highest of high holidays because we're all fools. We're fools for peace. We're fools for music. We're fools for Suzy. And that's why we're all here. I want to tell you about one more thing. This Sunday, we have an amazing meeting. It happens at 11 o'clock. You can use this very same Zoom link, 11 o'clock or YouTube channel. And by the way, welcome everybody who's joining us on live streamed on YouTube. I see there's a bunch of you there. And you can join us. We're going to talk this Sunday about public banking. Public banking in Massachusetts and hopefully public banking nationwide through the post office. That is the topic for the day. We have an amazing topical political songwriter named David Rovics joining us from Portland, Oregon. And so on. Every Sunday we meet and we talk about a different subject or a different topic or different book. And we've really enjoyed doing these Winter Fridays, and it's been a benefit for the musicians. All proceeds go to them, the performers. And I forgot to get a PayPal tip jar address from Suzy. So I'm going to put mine up, and you'll have to all trust me that whatever proceeds come to that PayPal tip jar go straight to Suzy and Brad. That's what these Fridays are all about. Suzy is a force of nature, and I love hearing her every time, and she's got a heart the size of the universe, and we are in for a treat because she does her own material and material from way back when with her remarkable accompanist, Brad Kay, and they are with us tonight, and let's unmute them and say hello to all of them. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Well, all right. Can you see us now, or we just see you? Ah, here we are. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Dean, it is so great that you've been doing these Winter Fridays, and I've seen and cried to so many of my friends' performances in this wonderful series. And you give the proceeds to everybody, you know, that gives who performs. That's very, very nice. But when you perform, Dean, do I get to give you money directly? No. You've got to donate that money to some wonderful cause in South America. And so I'm happy that I did donate some money to a wonderful cause in South America. I'm very happy about it, as a matter of fact. Aren't you, Brad?
I've never been happier in my entire life.
By the way, I just think Brad looks marvelous. You give him a hand for looking so good. Look at that guy. And I just got this from Jerry, this hat. So I thank you, Jerry Fialka. Some people know the source of where he gets my wonderful clothing. All right, so I guess we're going to start, Mr. K, right?
I guess we are.
All right, so I'm taking this off. You can have a sip of your water.
Yesterday was Vic Spiderbeck's birthday, so we're celebrating that too.
That's right. Brad's big inspiration.
So let's get on with the program.
All right.
How about that? Okay.
Woke up this morning, a smile upon my face, with love enough to embrace the human race. The day was wild and sweet and begged me to explore, but being so in love, we wanted even more. And you said, don't let's chase the day, let the day chase us. Leave it laughing in the wake of our fabulous omnibus, with all this health and youth and love that's on our side. We'll hoist the day and take it for a ride. Visualize a sparkling city by the sea, then realize it's here, right here for you and me. Trimmed in desert, canyon, hills, and countryside, and our higher consciousness to be our guide. Don't let's chase the day, let the day chase us. Leave it laughing in the wake of our fabulous omnibus, with all this health and youth and love that's on our side. We'll hoist the day and take it for a ride. turned 60 8 years ago. And this is a brand new song. And it has not been recorded. It's my newest song. And Brad and I are very happy to present it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Make room, make room, make room for miracles. Stand back, step aside, make room for miracles. Why try to be clinical? You know that miracles exist. What's use being cynical? They happen when you don't resist. Clear a space, grab a broom, make room for miracles. Wipe away all the gloom, make room for miracles. Reach out to your neighbor, though he may not agree with you. The fruits of your labor may sweetly roll back home to you. Make room, make way. It's all a friggin' swirling miracle anyway. A little concentration to see is all that it lacks. The mirror with your mother's eyes, the yellow and the pink sunrise, the tiny turquoise flower growing in the sidewalk cracks. Look up, watch for signs, make room for miracles. Dig deep, mind your minds, make room for miracles. The world is so ample. Yes, it's ample. Put your intent where it belongs. I'll give an example. I asked for and I got this song. Make room, make way, make room, make room for miracles.
Ohio Silver.
That's my phone ringing. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh. So,
Okay.
how are we doing there, guys?
Fine, great.
Give me a moment.
That's great.
I just want to
Mr.
turn off the ringer here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're turning off ringing, and I don't know where my. I think my.
Is this Suzy?
Oh yeah. My phone was. I have a horse ringtone. All right. Did you hear that? Okay. So Brad, you can introduce this one.
Oh, yes, okay, well, this is another recent song. Recent because we ain't getting any younger. And so this is our stark, unblinking look into the gaping, unforgiving maw of incipient decrepitude. Happens to everyone, and but why did it have to happen to us? I mean,
Yeah.
I just wanted to stay
Not fair.
26 forever. So, but anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, honey. All right, okay. Oh yes, that's me, isn't it? What's the use pining, bitching and whining, 'cause I am getting older. It's gonna happen whether I complain or not.
Well, I found a symbol, cute as a thimble, from the emoji folder. And when I texted you, well, concrete and my lot. I heart aging and dying. I heart growing old. I heart pains I'm denying, gray replacing gold.
I heart watching friends and family dropping like flies. Counting my liver spots, I think I'm gonna plus. That face in the mirror is such a surprise.
I heart losing my memory.
Where are my specs?
Why hoard all this ephemery?
What wrinkle is next?
I'll try it gracefully, cheerfully, and tastefully, singing my curious song. I heart aging and dying till I have to say so long.
I need a breather. Susie's magic wand. When I was 30, cocky and purdy, thought I would live forever. It was obvious that I would never die.
But now that I'm older, paler and colder, gee, I don't feel so clever. So my attitude will always get me by. I heart aging and dying.
I heart going deaf.
I heart the medicines I'm buying.
How much? What the F? I heart facing my oblivion. Must write that will. Bladder spontaneity.
Constipation, gaiety, gee, it's great going over the hill. I heart quitting hanky-pankiness. Where are my boys?
I heart getting with my crankiness. That's not music, that's noise.
I'll try it gracefully, cheerfully, and tastefully,
Singing my glorious song.
I heart aging till my heart gives out. And I have to say so long.
No. Okay. Now, Suzy.
Yeah.
Now, I've known you for a number of years, and I've had the privilege of backing you up on many a gig, and watched you being the flaming God Almighty diva of Venice, on gig after gig after gig, but I happen to know that there are two Suzys. There's always something going on in her mind, It's like, so won't you tell us, please, what goes on in the back of your mind, even the front of your mind, while you're performing?
Well, I'd like to tell you.
Would you really? Oh,
I'd
thank
like
you,
to
Miss
tell
Tucker. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay,
What I'm thinking when I'm on stage, is my slip showing? Do I show my age? My elbow hurts, was that off key? A dozen things are worrying me. Then Brad K hits a royal chord, and hallelujah and thank the Lord, we're off the ground and off the page. That's what I'm thinking when I'm on stage. It's a thing I never is just to trick yourself to bliss out. Get gone. What I'm thinking when I'm up there. What's the drummers doing? How's my hair? Am I too fat? Was that real dumb? The awkward place I'm coming from. The melody then gets to me. The crowd is sweet. It sets me free. The songs themselves make me engaged. That's what I'm thinking when I'm on stage. It's something I never want to miss out on. When a trick is just to trick yourself to bliss out. Get gone. What I'm thinking when I'm on stage. Is my wig lopsided? Do I show my age? I need a drink. Was that PC? A dozen things are worrying me. Then Brad K hits a royal chord. Hallelujah, and thank the Lord. We're on the block and on the page of the block. That's what I'm thinking when I'm on stage. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm also thinking, like, what is the lyric coming up? And there's that really hard part of the song that I always make mistakes on. What was that lyric? And I'm thinking that about, a paragraph ahead. All right, so yeah,
well, now,
yeah.
yes, okay. Now for a complete right angle turn, change of mood. We now, Disney Plus. These are two songs that address that allude to at least the desperate situation in the Ukraine. This first one we wrote several years ago for our lit show. This is the show where we do songs by famous writers, famous authors. And the author in this case is George Orwell. He put this in Animal Farm. And so we're proposing the Russians as the humans and the Ukrainians as the animals in a strange reversal of fate. So here is this song, which actually presciently it has a kind of an Eastern European flavor. So I imagine it being sung by the Ukrainian Army Choir or some such organization. If the shells would stop falling fast enough. So here it is.
Yeah.
Beasts of England.
By George Orwell. Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of land and sea and skies. Hear the hoofbeats of tomorrow, see the golden future rise. Now the day of peace is coming, tyrant man shall lose his throne, and the shining fields of England shall be trod by beasts alone. Beasts of England, seize the prizes, wheat and barley, oats and hay.
in endless drudgery.
What's the first lesson an animal learns? To endure his slavery. And how does the life of an animal end? In cruel butchery. Now the day of the beast is coming. Tyrant man shall lose his throne, and the shining fields of England shall be trod by beasts alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am wearing my my blue wig with yellow ribbon in honor of the Ukrainian people, and right after the initial attacks, I kept thinking about this song that Storm and Norman wrote back in the late 70s, and it's a prayer, and I added the third verse is words I added specifically about Ukraine.
Okay,
Oh, deal with me in kindness, Lord. Make me firm and strong. Give me breath to breathe and finish up my song. So many souls will follow me, so many gone before in the natural course without a plague or war. Let me walk on, let me walk on. Help me move towards the light and make it to the dawn.
oh, see the wretched race of men ground into the dust. I only, did they mock your work or break your sacred trust? I only seek to hear your voice and follow close along. Give me breath to breathe and finish up my song.
Let me walk on,
Let me walk
on. Help me move towards the light and make it to the dawn. So many things have happened, Lord, I don't understand. Must I take up arms to kill my fellow man? I'm lost deep in confusion, Lord. I'm shivering in fear. Should I stay and fight or leave my homeland here? Let me walk on. Let me walk on. Help me to do what's right and make it to the dawn.
And I, a speck inside the wind, a shadow in the sun, a tiny chime that minds the hours run, calling to the endless void
with all my might and skill, as I've always done, and I always will.
Let me walk on.
Let me walk on. Help me through this dark night and make it to the dawn. Let me walk on. Oh, let me
walk
on. Help me move towards the light and make it to the dawn. You know, like, what would you do? What would you do? I think it's easier for women. It's harder for men. I think that. But what are you gonna do? It's all right. Now, are we doing
Well, now that everybody is thoroughly depressed, you know, I mean, this is hardly the time for frivolity, but frivolity will prevail. Yes. In fact, I wish that war in Ukraine was all about who could tell the best jokes. You know, I mean, if the Russians and the Ukrainians would just trade barbs instead of missiles, you know, we'd be a lot better off. But one of the defining moments in my misspent youth was the advent of a record by the Kingsmen called Louie Louie. And this record fascinated me, even though I was totally into ragtime and early jazz and stuff like that. But the record actually did fascinate me because it was just brilliant in its indecipherability. You couldn't make out what the hell this song was about, you know. And so I listened to it again and again, and I realized, in fact, the irony dawned on me that while hordes of suburban housewives were on the march protesting the supposed indecency of these lyrics, that Louie Louie is actually a poignant love song, you know? And so, anyhow, I put this away for many years until I finally one day I just imagined the dean of articulate songwriters, Noel Coward. Now, what would Noel do? WWND, you know? What would Noel Coward do with a song like Louie Louie? I'm sure he would study the lyrics and he would totally revise it, of course, you know. I mean, because he'd be appalled by the rock and roll, you know. But he would write the song, and not only that, he would compose a new verse for it. So here is the Noel Coward version, therefore, of Louie Louie. Upon the shoreline of a Caribbean island, a lonesome native girl is looking out to sea. She wants a lover on this Caribbean island, and his best friend, Louie. She prays her native gods ordain to have him in her arms again. She hears him sing this sweet refrain. Louis, Louis, oh no, please tell me where we've got to go. taking a ship across the sea. I sailed that ship all alone, and I never dreamt that I would make it home. Lewis, oh no, I say I simply have to go, that's all there is to this, you know. Lewis, oh baby, I say we really have to go, here's why. 3 days and nights I sailed the sea, thought about this girlie constantly. While on the ship I dreamt she was there, I could even smell the roses in her hair. Lewis, I'm terribly sorry, see, but I simply have to go, that's all there is to this. Yes, Lewis, oh baby, I say we simply got to go. All right, that did it. Let's give it to them right now. I'll switch to my rock and roll mode. That's right. Now we're getting hot now. How was that, Ma? I can see Jamaica, the moon up above. It won't be long until I see my love. I shall take her in my arms, and then I shall tell her that I'll never leave again. Now, Lewis, my dear chap, listen to me. I insist that you stop dallying. Please stop smoking that huge marijuana cigarette at once. Rise from your torpor. Raise that anchor. Hoist that sail. It is imperative that we go. I say we must leave right now. Let us hustle on out of here. Let's go. I forgot to don my
your topi, your solar
solar
topi.
topi for this number. I shall have to do it all over again.
and your
Oh, drat.
oh drat.
Okay.
I think he'd say drat, right?
Drat, yes. Okay.
He would say drat. Oh,
Okay.
I know. The scarf. Oh.
No, yes, I know. What a wasted
Oh,
moment that was, Kitty.
It was still pithy.
Such a,
Pithy.
it was pithy, wasn't it? Pithy. A pith helmet. Oh, pithy.
No contributions
It was
from the
pithy.
Peanuts Gallery, please. Okay.
That's good.
I sound more like Eric Blore than Anyhow. That's fine, sir. I'm quite pleased. Yeah.
That's Eric Blore,
That's
apparently.
Eric Blore, yes.
Honestly, I didn't know who that was.
He was the ultimate butler. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, yes, the crafty butler. Well,
Oh.
now let's see. So where were we?
All right, where were I think
We're not doing that one,
we're
no.
returning the subject to sex.
Oh, we are we?
Were we? Oh, what you don't want
no,
to
wait,
talk?
this
You don't
is-
want
this
to
is-
talk about sex?
Well, this is a wholesome song. This is
Which
our
one?
wholesome early 30s song.
Oh,
This is-
at the end there's sex.
Yes.
Okay,
We'll
you have
get- we'll
to,
get
you have
to
to
the
wait
sex.
for the sex.
But that's clickbait for those who are on the internet.
There will be sex at the end of the song.
Yes.
So you really have to listen to the whole song.
So what
All right.
possessed you to write Cottage in Carmel?
Well, I just have to dedicate this song to Dr. Bradley Bobs because he had gone to a cottage in Carmel Without me, that bastard. No, just kidding.
By the way, Suzy,
What?
I forgot to mention
What?
that the previous song, the Lewis, is dedicated to Jerry Fialka and everything he stands for. And that was
Hi, Jerry.
it was actually his suggestion that I write that thing, which is now done. So now continue, please.
So yes, so we those are 2 dedications. I just there will be more dedications.
Yes.
But now let's proceed with the show.
Well, all right. Okay. It's 1932, and we're off on our honeymoon, honey.
I'm so glad that you sold short. Now we need our money. While we spare our bucks, we can plan on a trip deluxe. There's a beckoning to wander, summoned by a mission bell, to travel Hollywood, but wander to a cottage in Carmel.
Oh,
there it is.
Mountains plunging right beside us. On our left, waves crash and swell. We won't need a map to guide us to our cottage in Carmel.
Bixby Bridge is finally built, shining in all her jackal glory.
We'll be 2 of the first to cross it and make a great love story.
We will see a lot of seals, see a lot of sea as well. Honey, let's direct our wheels to a cottage in Carmel. La 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 la, la 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 la
Bixby Bridge finally built, rusting in all its rustic glory.
We'll be 2 of the first to cross it. Oh, what a great love story. So, honey, let's pack up the Packard, and to our progeny we'll tell. Neither of us was a slacker at our cottage in Carmel. Our cottage in Carmel.
That's right. That one got jazzy.
That did.
It did
That
indeed.
did.
They still had jazz in 1932. You know, that's the thing. So.
You know, I like to get behind a nice old car, and especially on Sunset Boulevard, and just when I'm behind a good old Packard or something like that, I can imagine that I am in that year that car was popular, and I'd love to get behind those cars. Someday I'm going to buy one and inspire people by driving in front of them.
Is that why you're so dizzy, just choking on the fumes, driving behind
Is
those
that it?
cars? Those ancient cars.
Whatever.
Okay.
What was she thinking? Oh my God.
Now we get into the sex portion. Okay.
Oh.
Right. All you youngsters out there, watch something else, please, and we'll just take it as it goes here. You know. So this is the R-rated portion of this afternoon's symposium.
Okay. It's R. It doesn't go to X.
Yes. No. We'll still have our clothes on. All right.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Into the the subject of human invention. I would like to dip. As a species, we're a rather clever bunch. How did we get the aeroplane, the internet, the paperclip? Well, we can discuss all that over lunch. We can talk about Tesla and Marshall McLuhan, but there is one thing I'd rather be doing. I'd like to find the guy who invented sex and ask him what he's working on now. He made such a hit with his first inspiration. I got to find him somehow. I missed my chance to buy 100 shares before. Now I'm getting in on the old ground floor. If I could find that guy who invented sex and ask him what he's working on now. I've got to find that guy who invented sex and ask him what he's working on now. If it takes all of my summer vacation, I'm going to find him somehow. Give the man his due. He set the world on fire. You can't just invent a thing like sex and then retire. I've got to find the man who invented sex and ask him what he's working on now. Now, folks, don't take my word for it that sex has made a hit. Why, people just like you can't get enough of it. There's cards and letters coming in most every day. Here's what some of these customers have to say. Oh, now, here's a telegram from Mr. Ed Carew. Until I got some sex, I didn't have a clue, stop. Can't imagine how I ever did get by, stop. Now I need an extra large supply. And here's a telegram, a tweet from Mrs. Minnie Bates. I look for satisfaction in all the 50 states, but I just have been staying put since I discovered sex. I want 100 of what that man dreams of next. Now, the Johnson, Iowa Ladies Rose and Garden Club have all discovered sex, but here's the rub. Since they've been getting every little thing they need, all their prize petunias have gone to seed. That's why I'm looking for the guy who invented sex. So I ask him what he's working on now. He caused such an overwhelming global sensation, from Burbank to Rome to Macau. What's on his Bunsen burner? Got to be big. I would be his laboratory guinea pig if I could find that guy who invented sex and ask him what he's working on now. Got my money to buy what he's working on now. Got to have it, a piece of what he's working on now. I think I just attained liftoff. Waiting for all.
Water. No, you're the star. Okay.
Booze and water. We have Todd von Hoffman, a wonderful Venetian water boy with his elegant, wonderful wife, Theo von Hoffman. And they are here along with Dorothy and Michael Artecki. Michael's just, Michael Yost. He does other things,
You're a better man than I am,
Yeah,
Gunga. Yes.
Today. Michael Yost, the amazing Michael Yost is checking. It's amazing.
Okay. Oh, yes. I remember this one. This is even naughtier than
Oh.
Man Who Invented Sex.
Oh, this
you know?
does get. This
Oh,
does-
God, yes. Okay. Woo.
Okay,
Whoa.
but this is also.
Okay. That's right. Cover your eyes, too. Nice.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, we had. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, try it again.
Just let's nod and say we did. Not be so quick to feed our ears. I don't have time to flip my lid. Please, baby, please. Don't let's start. It's just gonna get messy, undignified and undressy. Don't let's start. Don't let's start. We'll be behaving so oddly, exchanging fluids quite bodily. Don't let's start. All that falling on the floor, on the counter, against the door. When we're done, we'll both be sore. Oh no, don't start. Don't let's start. We'll be falling so badly, I can't even think what is loudly. Wait, that's not the word. Okay.
Well, you have
What,
a
should I go back? Oh, I'll go back.
You have a whole piano
Oh,
solo.
no, wait. Oh, it's okay. Oh, that's better. All those hearts and valentines, the I am yours and you are mine. When we part, we'll whine and pine. Oh no, don't start. Don't let's start. We'll get so sentimental, overly gooey and gentle. Don't let's start. But look out, when we're old and gray, in each other's face all day, to care and keep the blues away. Oh no, don't start. Don't let's start. I'm scared that it might last forever. We'll never say never, say never. Don't let's start. You know that feeling.
Okay.
I think everybody knows that feeling. That's the thing about songs, is you can relate to the way people are feeling already.
Well, of course.
Yes, right?
Yes, indeed.
You know?
Well, yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
We should just not and let's say we did.
Right.
That kind of thing.
or
Okay.
not even don't even say we did. Don't fib about it. Just don't do it.
I can see what this show needs now is some comic relief.
I think. Wait, what was that? Oh,
What?
I'm gonna make Jerry tell a joke after the end. Jerry's gonna. All right, you'll tell a joke after this, right? Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, but we need some comic relief. This is the 11 o'clock spot in
That's
our
right.
show. That's right. And so
Hey, that's where you
have-
come in.
That's right.
Yay!
That's right. That's not where I come in, but the great Jimmy Durante.
All right.
You know, I mean, Jimmy Durante was a great one for the 11 o'clock spot. You know, they would bring him in, and in show after show, he had his own thing going. With Clayton Jackson and Durante, And and they always paired him up in the movies with comedians who I always thought never needed a second banana. Guys like George M. Cohan in The Phantom President and Buster Keaton in Speak Easily and pictures like that. But they always brought Durante in because he was a surefire, a sure shot. He could really bring it. And when the audience is getting tired and sort of shelling their peanuts and stuff. So this is my idea of an up-to-date Jimmy Durante routine with his longtime partner, Eddie Jackson. Say, Jimmy, something's troubling you. I wonder what it is. Eddie, it's this new technological, technocratic world we're in. Won't you talk about it, Jim? Well, I'd be glad to. Everywhere I go, everywhere I look, everybody's talking on their cell phones. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter who, everybody's talking on their cell phones. I tip my hat and say, hello, to a beautiful miss, but she's yakking on her thing, she don't even know I exist. It's epidemic now, you can't escape no how, cause everybody's talking on her. I'll never forget the first time I saw one of them cell phones. I was having a leisurely lunch at Nevick's. My favorite dish, Kip and Harry. I was about to have the first forkful of this dainty delicacy, when all of a sudden, from the corner of the room, what do I hear? What do I hear but... So I puts down my fork, and I looks in the corner of the room, and what do I see? There's a guy talking to himself. The man must be crazy. Reclaiming my composure, once again I addressed the little forkful of Kip and Harry. It's halfway to my mouth. And all of a sudden, from the other corner of the room, what do I hear? What do I hear but... Holy bananas. So I put my fork down again, and I look in the opposite corner of the room, and what do I see? There's another guy talking to himself. Two crazy people in one room. I can't believe it. However, summoning up the shredded remains of my composure, I address again the now slightly wilted forkful of kippered herring. It's almost to my mouth. I can taste it. I can smell it. When all of a sudden, from the booth right behind me, what do I hear but... It's a conspiracy. I puts down my fork for the last time. I whips the napkin out from under my schnoz. And I ups to all three of them. And I says, it's bad enough you gotta ruin my lunch, but do you have to murder the classics too? Everywhere I look, everywhere I go, everybody's talking on her. I'm a very thoughtful man who happily revels in the quiet of his mind, who likes to have a walk and leave the busy workaday behind. A thinking man am I, a philosophic boy, who likes to have a walk, have a talk, mingling with the random hoi polloi. Just a very thoughtful man. But let a cell phone in your life, and your thinking days are through. Anyone who cut you down, you might as well have stood in town. And they jabber and they chatter and they tell you what the matter is with you. Mrs. Calabash, set a table for two. I'm moving in tomorrow. And another thing, they use them in their SUVs while driving straight at you. They're bad enough that they're deaf already. Do they have to be deaf? They're blind already. Do they have to be deaf too? Blew that line, didn't I? Everywhere I go, everywhere I look, everybody's talking on their cell phones. Yeah, everybody's talking on their. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Hold it, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Oh, it's you, baby. Listen, can we talk in a few minutes? Yeah, I'll get back to you. Everybody's talking on their cell phones. Yeah. I'm glad the hard part is done.
Oh, the hard part's over.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. K, that was great. And doesn't he look great? He just looks wonderful. Oh, he's looking all spruced up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, let's do another song about phones.
About phones.
Yeah, one that's...
Oh, yes. Okay.
You know, there's a segue.
All right.
This is a song I did with Michael Yost, the great Michael Yost, who's here in the room. We did this at...
You're going from cell phones to dead phones.
Yes.
That's right. Yes, some people. Yeah, there was a story about this in the on CBS. Really, you remember? Yeah,
Sunday morning news. Yeah.
Right. Picture the California redwood forest. Right. You know, and in the middle of the forest, on a tree, is this telephone. You know, somebody put it up there as a kind of a gag, a prank, you know, and so forth. But all of a sudden, people are lining up. They're standing in line for this dead phone so they can talk to their dead relatives. How about that?
Wild stuff.
Okay.
I belong to a hopeful coterie who revolve around a rotary far deep in the woods. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. I always search for a sign. I'll go to the princess phone on the redwood tree and try to get you on the line. I've so much to tell you, like we're almost doing fine on the princess phone, the redwood tree. When I get you on the line, all the whispers in the wind echo your refrain. All the birds and birds repeat your words. Forever you will remain. I will never forget you. Your memory always will shine. Back at the princess phone on the redwood tree, when I get you on the line.
Sweet.
This guy is on. He is capital O, capital N.
Oh, yes. It pays to be a nervous wreck.
I know.
5 days before.
See,
the
I've been all
decision.
calm, and I just totally messed up this show. And Brad has been like having various issues, and he's just like on it.
I'm a rock, I tell you.
He's a rock.
Yes,
He's a rock. Yeah.
that's right. An avatar of stability.
Shall we do that, Tom Jones?
Yes. Tom Jones.
So
okay.
we did Beasts of England from the Lit Show. The Lit Shows is our big thing that Brad Kay and I do every year. Michael Yost is usually a special guest.
He was the man who came in from the lobby.
Right,
Really
we had
was,
to bring
yeah.
him in from the lobby because we realized he was really great. That was years ago though. Anyway, so we did Beasts of England from the Lit Show. There's 100 plus Lit Show songs of authors we've written.
Famous writers.
Yeah, famous
Yeah,
writers.
Edna St. Vincent Millay.
Occasionally we do a writer that's not super famous because they're so good, but generally we do the Lions.
Well, we had a strict rule, you know, that
Oh, yeah.
that everything that we did had to be actual lyrics penned by a famous writer in his scuffling days. You know, when he had to stoop to collaborating with a musician. You know? And but we bent the rules every which way, and so this is another one of those rule bending ones. It's our adaptation of Tom Joad's speech, you know, and
John Steinbeck's, the famous speech, you all know it,
mhm.
and Brad and I put this to music.
Well, maybe they don't. You know, it's because you see, it's at the end of the book. It's the end of the story. It's when Tom Joad is talking to Ma.
His
and,
mom,
his mom, yeah.
Ma,
And
not the
he's-
yawning
and
Ma, but this is the furtive Ma.
This is Ma Joad, you know,
Yeah.
the symbol of motherhood. And Tom is leaving. He's leaving for good, and she doesn't quite understand why. He's trying to explain it to her. The cops are after him. So here's what he says.
From the Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck's Tom Joad's speech, dedicated to Dean Stevens and Jennifer Stevens. A person ain't got a soul of his own, just a little piece of a big soul, the one big soul that belongs to everybody. And then I'll be all around in the dark. I'll be everywhere, wherever you can look, wherever there's a fight, so hungry people can eat. I'll be there, wherever there's a cop beating up a guard. I'll be there. I'll be in the way guys yell when they're mad. hungry and they know supper's ready. And when the people are eating the food that they raise and living in the houses that they build, I'll be there too. I'll be there too. I guess our show's over, right? Except for this last tune.
Well, we have this. We have a last song, and
Yes.
we have our first and second encores too. You know.
What? Oh, no, shut up about that. No, we don't. No, we don't. We're not doing encore. No, it's been a marvelous, we're going a little over an hour, and I think it's marvelous. But I
Has it
think,
been an
still-
hour? Oh my
we
God.
should
still
we
need
actually
Jerry's joke.
talk to people for a second before we end the show? Would that be funner?
Go ahead and sing the song, and then we'll open it up.
Yes, I've got them. Okay, here we go.
So can you turn people on, Jeannie?
You want to do it now, or you want to do it after your last song?
Let's do our
And
last song.
your two or
damn it.
three encores.
Really?
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay, let's do that. All right.
We're getting a lot of
All right.
Here we
They
go.
took their headphones off.
All right.
I was going to talk about that radiant light beaming in on St. Brad.
This one actually goes kind of with, I never thought of this before, but it goes with the opening song where, I'm turning 60 and I'm like, I'm going to love more and I'm going to be 60, but I'm going to love more than I ever loved. And God damn it, I am going to kick some ass, at 60. So this is really almost the same type of song. This is about, the idea. Have you ever seen the occasional older person who just really puts on more and more crazy outfits and they just like longer eyelashes or however they choose to live, but they just decide they're going to be a little more crazier than they. I want to be one of those people. I want to be like, I want to add the layers of wacko-ness as I get older.
Like Edie,
So-
the egg lady.
So
Remember her?
yeah, so this is like pushing 70, but like it's going to be a lot worse when I'm 80. People, you can handle me out. If you can handle me, I'm going to get worse. Okay.
Ready?
Okay, so that's what this is about. Okay. All right. Hacha. While I'm about to sing, I know is cocky as hell. But when you're truly old, that's something that's so hard to tell. But as long as I have my faculties, I'll live out loud, I promise. With all apologies to Mr. Dylan Thomas, I will not go into that good night without a goodbye. I'm not gonna take no certain age lying down. Yeah, I will rave towards what is bright. Screw the dying of the light. And I'll love like it's a verb as well as noun. I may not go into that light so realistic, but I'll spread my peacock feathers day and night. I'll be expanding the way that I think. And I'll paint my wheelchair pink. I am going to that night without a fight. Play it, Brad. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to go into that night so realistic, pugilistic. My outrageousness will be so out of sight. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll paint my iron lung blue. Oh yeah, and I'll have like I'm gonna have somebody paint like wonderful little birdies and rainbows and little tiny hobos jumping off freight trains and it's all gonna be on my iron lung. I'm not gonna go into that night without a fight. Watch out. Look at that guy. Isn't he great?
Finish?
Thank you. Okay, so let's put our headphones on now.
Okay.
You guys hear me?
All right.
All right.
Everybody have permission to unmute if you would like to.
And should we see
Hey,
the bigger
what
screen
you-
of everybody?
Thank you.
Hello.
Suzy.
Thank you.
Are you guys able to see what's happening with the light in your room?
Yeah.
God, it's like a neutron bomb.
Written down.
It might be just the camera, but there's this divine light beaming in on St. Brad.
Yeah.
What, we're dead already?
Oh,
Because
shit.
well, that's got to be the next step, you know, after something.
Yeah, that's the name of a good song. Dead already.
That's
so good.
Shall we put this over here so you can see Mr. K? Okay.
Don't ask me.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I'm dead already.
So so thank you. Thank you, Dean. Who's watching now? Do we have a couple of
Can I,
I'm here. Bill Burnett is here.
Gary,
Hello.
Tom McDonald and Priscilla Howell, Rit.
Hi, Suzy.
Suzy.
Hi.
Someone who's
Suzy, I remember 45 years ago, you told me that you wrecked your voice. And I said, well, how'd you do that? And you said you drove it into a tree. And I've been looking for that tree ever since, and I don't think it ever really happened, because you sound great.
That's great. I know.
That's Tom
Thank you
McDonald.
so
great.
much for your show. It's so fun.
Oh my
So
God.
fun. So much love. Thank you so much, both of you.
Wow, I love
Yay.
it. Oh, hello.
We
Look at
haven't.
that pretty girl.
Hello.
Oh.
There they are.
Hey, Rit. Hey, Rit and Beth.
Hey!
And Tommy. Hi, guys.
Oh my God, where can we get sheet music to all these incredible songs?
Yeah, you know,
Apply to the Superbatone Publishing
actually
Company
there
when we
is
get
sheet
it up and
music.
running.
There's sheet
Yes.
music for everything. There's sheet music for it all, you know. Yeah.
People would,
Yeah,
would love to do this material.
Oh.
And a lot of it perfect for you and you, written Beth.
Oh,
Well,
thanks.
I don't know about that, but
I want to, yeah, we want to hear the inventor of sex tune at the cabaret convention, sung by Sidney Monroe.
Encore.
Please, and have Beth sing it. That'd be great.
Oh.
I want Suzy to come here and sing it.
Look who joined us. There they are.
Hi. Hey, Sandy. Hey,
Yeah,
Rich.
hello. Woohoo! We were singing along. We remembered a lot of those songs.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's
So
so
cool.
cool.
So much color, so much beauty in your
Thank you.
show tonight. Just
Thank you.
Oh.
You know what? Brad was the star of the show by far. I don't know.
I love
He
your
was-
Jimmy
Brad,
Durante.
look at
that
him.
was
He's like
fabulous.
Which one?
Fabulous.
What?
His
What?
Jimmy Durante.
I know.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy? If you haven't, you know, honestly, it's maximum entertainment. It really is.
You know, a lot of people do Jimmy Durante. You know, it's like they reference Jimmy Durante and
Yeah.
they go ha cha cha,
Yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
how mortifying, and
Right.
they do his catch lines. But nobody, as far as I know, has ever concocted an entire routine. You know, a whole bit the way he would. You know, if you bring him up
Yeah.
to date. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It
cell
was
phone song, I
fantastic.
wrote that almost 20 years ago, and it's gaining traction. It's actually more relevant today than it was in 2003 when I wrote it. So yeah,
And we know there weren't cell phones in 1935. So
that's
we know
right.
you wrote it.
No.
That's right.
Well, that's a clue. There's a clue for you.
I want to do Jimmy Durante on Facebook. That's what I wanted. The next song.
Jimmy
Oh,
Durante
yeah,
on
please.
Facebook.
No,
Everybody's talking on their Facebook. You know.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's
a good
right.
idea. Yeah, we got to get that song on. You know, anybody who enjoyed today's show should go over to the Suzy Williams YouTube channel, because that not only has a lot of these songs where I don't make all the mistakes I made today, but also there's lots of Mr. Brad K songs. You know.
I've been known to write one occasionally myself.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ned Sparks.
Well, hi, Suzy. Hi, Brad. It's Pamela. Hello. Can you hear me?
Wait,
Can you hear
I
me?
can
Yeah.
hear you. I cannot see
Oh,
you.
yes.
Hello,
Oh, hi,
Pamela.
Pamela.
Can you see me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
We're in the car.
hello.
There's
Hi.
Bruce. Oops. And there's,
Hi,
oops, hold on.
Bruce.
Where's Bruce? Okay, hold on.
It's
What
not
happened to
Bruce.
there he
Hi,
is.
Bruce.
No,
There's Bruce and
no.
there's Gabriel in the
Oh.
back. There's
Ooh.
Gabriel.
Gabriel the
Yes.
dog.
Yes. And you know, the show was just amazing, you guys. Absolutely. I mean, the songs, everything. Oh my goodness. Just I words fail me. Obviously you're the wordsmiths.
I love it when you say, "Oh my goodness," because I know you mean it. You're just like, "Oh my goodness, goodness girl."
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm just totally blown away.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we're scooting away literally.
Here's
And
somebody else to
All right.
Oh.
Hi, Mark
Yes.
Roach.
Hi,
Love you.
thank you so much. This is the most cheered I've been in a good while. It was wonderful.
How about
I was very proud of Mr. K tonight.
Bill
Hey,
Burnett?
hi,
Hi,
Bill.
Hey there.
Hey,
How
Bill.
are you? That was a wonderful.
You're practically
show.
next door. I can hear you without the headphones.
What?
folks?
You look so relaxed, Bill. You're very relaxed.
Just so you know, you go to Community Church of Boston YouTube channel and you can get concerts from all of these people like Written Beth and like Bill and Bill and Suzy and David Dodson. Let's just say hello to David Dodson.
Hello, Suzy and Brad. Boy, wonderful songwriting. Your songs are so amazing, and there's so many of them. I'm just very happy to hear what sophisticated and funny and wonderful songs they are. Just great.
Thank you. Oh God, David, because you are just like, I think just about everybody who knows you, certainly all the Swans Island crowd, I think everybody absolutely looks up to you as the number one prolific yet high quality songwriter of all of us.
Yes, I am a god, actually. It's true. Yes.
To me, you're a god, okay?
That fight
to me, you're a god. To me, you're a god, and
well, we're a pantheon.
Having you here today was very important. Very important.
Well, it was for me too, and I'd love to hear. I loved hearing you guys. And whoever said it was a big joy shot in the arm. It's very true. We need it.
Oh,
it's good.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. And how many songs have you written that you? I mean, do you say you've written like the songs that you say you've written? Are they all like the ones you approve of as good songs? Or do you let them all pass? Because when I say I write songs, I try to say not the crappy ones, because you write a lot of stuff you have to write just waiting for the really good song to come along, right?
Some of the songs you write, or at least I write, have limited shelf life where they're very specific. Like the Alina Gonzalez birthday song, but doesn't get a lot of play. But there's a lot of them. So some of them are
Imelda Marcos's Shoes is probably not a.
Nah.
Right, but but yeah, I've written a lot of songs. When people say they write a lot of songs, it doesn't mean anything unless they're good. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but when. Like if you say, David Johnson, you write a lot of songs, I don't think you're going to say, oh, I wrote this, 250 crappy songs. You're going to say, I wrote these songs that I approved as good, right? So, yeah, I've probably written 150 songs I approve of, but I've probably written a lot more than that. A lot more than that, but you can't really claim. You can't claim the crap,
Yeah,
I do though. I claim it. Yeah.
Well, you're a better man than I, perhaps.
406 right now.
Irving Berlin wrote 1,000 songs, and we know 10% of them.
Who?
Irving Berlin.
Irving.
1,000 songs. And we know 100.
But, when it comes to Irving, we know 10%, but probably half of those songs, 500 of those songs are really, really good.
Of them. Well,
probably really, really good. And then 1,000, wow, okay. This Irving Berlin, 750 are really good.
It's the same with
Actually, he said it's 10%. That's what he said. So I'm all for that, everybody. Like, write your song every day. I just lower my standard so that I write a song every day. And hopefully will be good.
And why do we write songs, my friends? Why do we do that?
That's a very good question, Suzy.
Why do we write them?
do we write songs?
No, I'd like to know your answer to that. Why do we write songs?
Well, I suppose because we can't help it.
Okay. That's a great answer.
Yes.
And I think that's true for some songs. That's true for some songs, but not all songs.
No.
We're not good at anything else.
That's really a good one too. That is excellent answer there, David Dodson. What do you say, Bill Burnett?
It's a form that just completely encapsulates the existence of, everybody's existence. almost any subject can be handled in a 3-minute song, or a popular song, the popular construction of a song, as opposed to novels. And it's just a perfect little capsule of communication.
I want to say you are so right, Bill, and that is really probably a very good reason why we write songs. This morning, Jerry interviewed Eliza Newland Carney, and it was a really great interview. I overheard the whole interview.
Remember, I brought her up and said,
she was talking about. Jerry asked, "What's your favorite form of information?" And Eliza said, "Songs." And I'm like, well, that's hip. That is about as hip as it gets. And that's right, because songs can tell you, encapsulate what's going on, add beauty and poignancy and poetry to what's going on. And yeah, you guys got to check out Eliza Carney. She's such a beautiful woman. Have you ever noticed she's got that very precise way of speaking? I'm talking to the Swans Island group now, but I mean, here's a praise to Eliza. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't want to keep everybody too long, but is there anybody else would like to speak about any subject now that you've got Brad Kays in my ear, and you also have Gene Stevens?
Suzy, Rachel and John said, I think the guy who invented sex is still working on world peace.
That's great.
In the chat room, which is beautiful. But, I think the guy who might have invented sex was here. His name is Bill Dougal, was here for a while, And,
Bill Dougal's
and he
so
did
that's who it was.
Yeah, you
never said,
Many of you know.
Okay.
Suzy was a rock star. She had male groupies. It wasn't all just male rock stars who had female groupies. There were actually female rock stars who had male groupies. Fanny, Suzy, and Bill Dougal was one of Suzy's scores. And I did an interview with him a couple weeks ago, and I said, after you die, what do you want God to say to you? And he said, I think we made a mistake. You're going back. And this is all about, like, this is Sandy got it, thank God. Someone paid attention. She's from Michigan. That's why she got it. The big question is there death after sex? Or better yet, is there life after sex? And if you don't appreciate that, you should hear Brad do Noel Coward doing Bob Dylan someday. And, just in closing, Tom said a great thing, about wrecking your voice, Suzy. I drove it into a tree. Well, Tom, divas don't drive.
I bet I knew I was depressed when I said that, like, I drove it into my brain.
Yeah, but divas don't drive. Divas don't drive, so you don't have to worry about it, Tom.
Hi, Tommy. Tommy.
No, but they're a driving force.
Oh, good one.
Tommy, I'm looking at you right now, and I'm seeing you with your long brown hair, kind of curly. You know what we do, you guys? We put a hologram of the younger person on top of the person we see. Like, I see you, Tommy, but I also see on top of you, or just behind you, very visibly, I see all your hair. I see you as a 24-year-old, I think that's what we do with our friends that we've known for many years. We see them when we met them or at their peak of when we knew them. And then we see them now, but we're always seeing both. Like your mind is going, oh, that's that person that looked like that. you know, and it's really amazing the mind does that, you know.
Suzy, I think that would be a cool song for you to write.
Yeah.
What?
Be a really cool song for you to write about that.
Oh, I just was thinking that's a song. What's the title, David Dotson?
I don't know,
What's
but
the title?
I'd like to hear a word or two from Sandy and Rich and just say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. How
Hi,
you
David.
all doing? We love these Friday night concerts, Dean. It's so engaging and we look forward to it. And it's a great way to start the weekend and then we just go forward into more music all weekend.
Will you do one for us?
Yeah, the kids, what we were thinking is of having our 3 kids, because they are super songwriters.
Yeah.
And you know why? I'll tell you why. I sang to them every night to put them to sleep, original songs. I made them up. And I said, don't ever think that you can't write your own song. And that's what I did. And then, it worked. And they are fantastic songwriters. So yes, the answer is yes, Dean. And what we'll do is I'll play bass, Richard will play piano, and the kids will take turns with their original songs. How's that?
That'll be some show.
That sounds great.
I've sort of said I'm only going to do it winters because it's a good bit of work and whatnot. But
Yeah.
But maybe we should make an exception and just do one whenever
Well,
we do one.
our kids, though, Cassie's on tour. Stephanie is working on a film, and Reed's in Paris. So we can't do it anyway. But
it has to be like
it's
around,
a good idea.
around Thanksgiving or something when they.
Sure, that sounds great.
Right?
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm going
that's
to
a
work
good
again.
idea.
I'm going to teach starting next week. So Thanksgiving would be great.
Let's start talking about that. How about the Friday after the Friday? No, I can't do that.
Why not? Why not?
We always have 2 Thanksgivings.
Oh.
One on Thursday and one on Friday. And they're both.
We've done a Thanksgiving weekend concert.
But on the weekend, we could do the Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Richard works, but
I have to say, I know most of these songs from playing them with Suzy at Swans. Hi, Brad.
Hi,
And,
how you doing?
Good, and it's great to see them. I never got to see Suzy actually performing these songs except for from the back. So it's a great pleasure.
Yes, isn't it though? Isn't it though? I performed at Suzy's back, 1,000 times. So it's like I seldom ever get to see, her actually acting out the songs. That was the case this time, except we did have a TV monitor, so there was something going there. But it was, she is the subtle body.
What does that mean?
You don't
Supple?
know what that means?
supple.
Oh.
I don't think myself
No,
as subtle. I was-
Subtle.
What
Okay,
is
all right, no,
subtle?
okay, all right, my friends. This is Hindu mysticism we're talking about here. But the subtle body is the inner spirit of the yin and the yang, and everything. And it is, and so your outer body doesn't change much. You can go and you can go and you can go there, but you basically remain the same. But your subtle body it's like a cartoon character. It's and so Suzy is the subtle body. She actually
It seems like
projects.
it seems like it's the opposite of what it implies that it is. It's actually subtle is
Brad,
It's subtle because it's subtle as plastic. Subtle is highly malleable, and it's like smoke. It's evanescent, and So it's like when you watch a Tex Avery cartoon, and Wolfie is his eyes are bugging out.
I
of
feel
his
like I
head,
am that a lot.
Yeah,
But I always try to
Brad,
rein it back.
You know what it is, Suzy? It's Brad evoking Billy Wilder's great aphorism, make the subtleties obvious. And, I wanted to tell you, big salutes to you doing a Storm and Norman song tonight, because you got to keep in mind, Suzy was weaned by two great songwriters, Storm and Norman and Bill Burnett. So then she says, now I've been weaned for so many years, I could write my own songs. And Storm and Norman was asked, I asked Storm and Norman, what's the function of music? And he says, to keep us from going insane. and as Brad can do a great Peter Lorre, you're driving me sane. But I wanted to give a heads up to Duncan, our friend in Texas, who said that we write songs because we love singing, poetry, and sharing. So it really is amazing, Dean. Thank you so much for sharing this time together.
It's actually a great question. Why do we? Yeah. So I suppose we should end on that beautiful note.
But
Dean, I mean,
Beth was asking about the sheet music. You can get it free on laughtears.com. Our website has a bunch of sheet music and lyrics.
No, because I think there are a lot of actors in New York that would love to perform.
Susie's dying for people.
Not officially sheet music. Let me just explain. I have
and lyrics. Well, whatever you want.
I've got. Well, they're lead sheets. You know,
Okay,
melody line, chords, and lyrics, and so that it's like it's what gets us through the night. But if people need a full score, they're out of luck.
and also on my my YouTube channel is a lot of these Brad and Suzy songs, and all of those have charts. So I'm not sure how many videos it is.
They
all have charts. I think Brad's charts are beautiful.
Look, here's
let's look at one of them now.
Here's a typical
Proof
chart.
is that Rich Jenkins
you
has
see.
read your charts for years.
I've got all.
That's like
he's struggled through all those charts.
That's like old home week for Rich, right?
Yeah.
Rich just found the site, so that's great. We'll look it up. The only thing I need you to know, though, Suzy, is I think that the woman who invented sex could not possibly have also been working on world peace, because we have world peace by now if the person who invented sex.
Well, you know what? I thought about the PCness of the guy who invented sex, and it's not PC. It's fucking not. And it's just occasionally I don't want to be PC all the time. I thought seriously, I want to pick the woman. No, fuck that. That's not the point of the song.
You know what it is. It's like, I'd like to find the guy that wrote the Stein song. I'd like to throttle him. And that was the kind of the spirit.
Yeah, but I don't mean I really ally myself up as a big ass fat lefty. So, I had tried to rewrite it. I had tried to rewrite it with a woman in there. It just got in the way.
So let me rephrase that because I actually don't care about that part. All I'm saying is the guy who invented sex cannot be the guy working on world peace, so we'd have it by now. That was my point.
Oh.
It just hasn't worked on it hard enough yet.
Yeah.
So whoever invented sex
never had a baby.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who invented sex, I mean, his profit margin is so high, he doesn't have to work on anything else.
Right. Right. Especially if he insured himself.
Not for money. It's just for the good of humanity, just like sex,
Well, I'm telling you, I mean, back to the Russians and the Ukrainians, if this war was all about who could fuck the best, all we'd have to worry about is overpopulation.
That's not a problem. I mean, that's probably the biggest problem we have, actually. Climate change is, as far as I'm concerned, a symptom of overpopulation.
In Asia, right? Genghis Khan knew about that.
What?
All right.
What, Sandy?
Oh.
What?
Come back. Richard had a bit of, come back and say it.
Okay.
Come here. Please. I
Come
didn't
hither, oh my
write it.
love.
That
Come hither and sit.
one of Asians, 1/3 of all DNA is Genghis Khan.
So
What do you
maybe he invented it.
What you mean? He
I knew he got around.
You mean
but
he got
Yeah.
he made love to so many women?
He spread his
That-
seed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
That's almost biblical, or that is biblical, or something like that.
No wonder nobody
You know.
likes each other.
Can you hear all this?
yes, I can.
That's
But
why
you-
Rich,
I don't even regret it.
both Red Hen and Suzy have played at the club Genghis Cohen. So you mix a little of the Jewish and a little of the Asian, and you get a nice nightclub, and people can.
The nice nightclub is it's very kosher. It's very nice. You get
Right.
someone greets you at the door. It's very nice.
Yeah, wonton, kreplach, what's the difference?
Ah,
you know?
so good.
Yeah.
Rap club.
Who can tell? So.
Oh. Well, Dean, I mean, again, I kind of like, I wasn't really professional the way I just started the show by talking about how Dean, like, sets this thing up for everybody. Whoa, what's that, Jerry Fialco?
Whoa, you'll get yours.
Glad to do it.
You'll get yours. But Dean, this is just wonderful, and it's great to
It is.
commune with our family when we're not
Yeah.
there, and
Oh,
blah
yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
It is.
Sue Maroney. Uh-huh.
Maroney. Okay, I think we gotta go now.
Suzy.
Me too.
And thank you for
Bye,
all
everybody.
who fed the PayPal tip jar and who bought tickets. Most of them are gone already, but thank you anyway. And we have one more show, Maura Smiley, next Friday.
Yay!
I'll be
Good
there.
one. Good one.
I'll be there.
You know who I saw?
Hope we made
saw
our
last
bus
night?
fare, you know.
We went to hear Jefferson Hamer.
Yay, Jefferson.
Oh, he's great.
Hamer.
His duo that's
He's part of
called
our family,
the
yeah.
Murphy Beds, and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
And they sang one of my favorite songs, which is "My Life Goes On, an Endless Song, Above Earth's Lamentations. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Above the tumult and the strife, I hear its music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing?
From singing.
Singing.
Oh, who wrote that? How can I keep from singing? Who wrote that,
Trad.
Jeannie?
Trad
Yeah.
Quaker hymn. It probably has a name from the 19th
Oh,
century.
it's a trad Quaker hymn,
Trad.
not you.
Not Brad, no.
Not Brad.
I'll sing one more verse. When tyrants tremble,
You know, you remind me of when Jack Benny was first went to England. You know, he's just the stand-up comedian Jack Benny, famous on radio, and when he stood before this English audience for the first time, and he did all his material. You know, and he said, "Well." You know,
Wow.
wow, and
Wow.
everything, and not laugh one. Everybody just kind of sat there, you know, and he just got such sweat, you know, flop sweat, you know, and he was finished, and he went into the wings, and he meets his British friends, and he says, "What happened out there?" And he says, "Oh, Mr. Benny,
They
you
loved you.
You were so funny. We could hardly keep from laughing."
God, yes. Oh, God.
One more verse. Dean.
When tyrants tremble, sick with fear, when tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knell ringing, when friends rejoice
Bong.
both far and near, how can I keep
from singing?
In prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
That is exactly like what happened when I remembered Norman's song. Let me walk on, let me walk on, help me move towards the light. make it to the dawn. I'm just gonna sing you this one last verse. It goes like this. Oh, this is the one I wrote. It goes. So many things have happened, Lord, I cannot understand. Must I take up arms to kill my fellow man? I'm lost deep in confusion, Lord. I'm shivering in fear. Should I stay and fight or leave my homeland here? Let me walk on. Okay.
Right. Well, everybody. Thank you. Brad and Suzy.
Okay.
Love you. Love you.
All right. Thank you so
Good
much.
job, Mr. K.
Welcome.
An unexpected
Say hi to
pleasure
Jennifer.
this was.
I sure will. She's